Okay, so it's been a minute, but I think it is past time for a kitty update. Alrighty, as you know, this is Solitaire. This is not the father, actually. This is Francis. This is Solitaire's brother and the uncle of all five of these cuties. And for those of you that know cats, you know that male cats don't tolerate well, they'll kill kittens that aren't theirs. They go that and most people know that from big cats like tigers, leopards, lions, especially lions. When a male or two male lions take over a pride, their main focus is to kill off the rival's cubs in order to put the female back in heat, so they can sire their own cubs. Anyway, because of that, some might be worried why Francis is tolerating. Oh, wait, that's his name. His name's Francis. Is tolerating these kittens. My theory is because, well, they're his sister's kittens. At first, when they were first born, she did chase them off the deck. She did. Well, yeah. When they were first born, and I carried them here to the deck. When he was in here, I feed him up here so the dogs can't disturb them. So that's why I put the kittens up here because it's safe. When he came up here, he couldn't eat up here for a while. She usually chased him off. And the father would come around and give him a good beating too every so often, trying to chase him off his territory because the father claimed our backyard, our yard, as his territory as well, along with his owner's yard, which is my grandparents' yard, because he lives there. Actually, now I think about it, he hasn't came around in a minute. Anyway, so yeah, he doesn't like the kittens. He as they're growing up, he keeps hissing at them and stuff. He still does, but not as much now. Like yesterday, I saw this little calico, this little cutie over here, jumping on his tail. Of course, he lightly hissed, but he doesn't lash out at them unless it's during feeding time. But I put down enough food so there won't be any arguments. Speaking of which, today's meal is leftover church's chicken, mostly bones and skin, and also over there is well, anyway, cat food cans, the soft kind, the Friskies kind, the like the pate and the shreds and the chunks. I use three cans. I usually use four to make sure everybody gets some, or five, leaving extra out on the side of the bowl for the adults. Anywho, but yeah, that's what they're eating today. They're used to eating leftover scraps. But since these kittens they just started growing teeth and everything, I need them to eat soft stuff. I don't want them to be munching on these bones and breaking teeth and getting stuff lodged in their throat. These guys are professionals. They know how to handle bones. Like this one. Get away from there. Get away from that bone. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned the gender. Okay, this one's a girl. This one is a girl too, obviously. I think all calicos are girls. This one's a boy. So it's this one. And let me check. Yeah, another girl. So, 2 boys and 3 girls. Both boys are mostly bob. Well, she's got a short tail, but not really a bob tail. He has a bob tail. He barely has a tail. His tail is so short, it just curls around his business area. It's cool and weird. I've never seen that before. Anyway, this little girl, she has a curl at the end of her tail, a very short curl. But this one, she's the skittish out of them all. She gets the skittishes from my mother's side. Solitaire is very skittish around new people, and so she's skittish around me, even though I feed her. Anyway, but she has a long tail. This little I almost said Solitaire. This Calico is like Solitaire too, but in the friendly kind. Now, since Solitaire knows me and got used to me, when I walk, she'll sometimes get in my way and almost trip on her. Same thing when I'm riding the four-wheeler, but I make sure I stop for her. This one hasn't jumped in front of a four-wheeler yet, but she gets into my feet several times when I walk. Look, well, there's some growling right there. I think it's coming from the little orange one. Yeah, it's coming from the little orange one. He's feisty. He's kind of the biggest. Oh, I say biggest. He's pretty chunky and muscly in that department as a male in this litter. So I think he is the oldest. But like I said, he is the feistiest. Look, see, there's his little tail. Huh? You see the curl? Anyway, yeah. He usually has his tail up too. And all these guys have different personalities. That one, he likes to run. He's a runner. Sometimes when he runs, he looks like a rabbit. Like I said, this one's skittish. I don't know much about that one. But this one over here, she's pretty friendly. I haven't named them yet. I was going to give that one to a friend, but she can't make it. She can't make it to get her. So we're just gonna wait till Solitaire's next litter and see if she'll have another calico, which I think she will. I mean, look at her pattern. She like I said in the last video on these cats, I count her as a calico, just not as the most popular of calicos. But hopefully she'll have an even beautiful little calico like this one. I love her already. But since I have males and females, it's a possibility that Francis will run off the males. Or if not him, the father will. Like I said, it's a possibility. But because of that, since everybody's related and not any tamed other cats here, there are wild cats out in the forest. Like a whole bunch of them. I'll probably tell a story on that later. But since there are wildcats out there, I might try to have these guys fixed at some point. I mean, I already got inbred pigs. Not on purpose, but just on accident. I don't want inbred cats. Because inbreeding has an effect, not just on humans, but also animals. And I don't want to see the result of that. Anyway, so the babies are full, and the adults are just basically eating what's left. I think they're done with the bones. I'm probably just gonna throw them out. So yeah, that's the cat update. The kittens are grown, and they're running around. They even venture off the deck, and surprisingly, the dogs have not even bothered them. They barely take them any notice, which is good. I was hoping. I thought it was gonna be much worse when they first got off the deck, but they're doing good. Wait, where's the calico? Oh, there she is. See, she's going down off the deck right now. And Niblet's right over there. That's my dog Niblet. He's a Great Pyrenees. He doesn't care. He doesn't bother the cats much unless they're teeny tiny, like I mentioned before. At least I think. Yeah, I mentioned before. I told somebody else. I tell a lot of people that he doesn't like small critters. But I'll do a video on him later. But yeah, these are the cats.